Okay, I'm Andrew Jackson. I'm an associate professor of civil and environmental engineering. Basically, we prevent the environment from being messed up, and then we clean it up if it does get messed up. So water treatment, wastewater treatment, hazardous waste treatment, air pollution treatment, that type of thing. My specific area is actually more on the fate of perchlorate. Where does it go, and where does it come from? And so I look at things like plant uptake. So if you grow plants with water that has perchlorate in it, what happens to the perchlorate? Does it go in the plant, and then is that a further exposure for humans if they eat that plant? And then the other big thing I work on is natural production of perchlorate. So probably 8 or 9 years ago, we found that in this area, especially the Southern High Plains, the groundwater has relatively high levels of background perchlorate in it. And we did a lot of work trying to figure out where it's coming from. And it turns out that it's natural, that perchlorate's naturally made in the atmosphere, and then it's basically deposited through rain. It's a chlorine atom, and it has 4 oxygens on it. So if you imagine a pyramid with chlorine being in the middle of the pyramid and the oxygens being on the corners, that's what it is. Perchlorate's predominant use, 99.9% of it, is used as an oxidant in solid rockets. So every time the space shuttle goes up, it's about a million kilograms of perchlorate that's used to get it into orbit. All the air-to-air missiles, military uses, so it's quite commonly used. And then it's a co-contaminant in some other products like bleach and things. But by far, most of it's from the missiles. Well, I guess the only thing that's kind of interesting about perchlorate, more recent development was that it was found on Mars, the last Mars rover. It wasn't looking for perchlorate; it was actually looking for nitrate as a sign of life on Mars. We consider perchlorate a contaminant. Perchlorate for microbes can be considered a nutrient. It's something they need to live. At least some of them do. So you could say, well, this is actually a way to support life on Mars for bacteria or something like bacteria. So there's actually a lot of interest now in understanding the occurrence of perchlorate on Mars and what that means.